Good morning guys, Leon again here, 1999 Chevy K3500 with a 6.5 turbo diesel engine. As you guys can see, it's piping coming on that other side of the engine instead of over here. There is the turbo pipe going down for the intercooler. Here it comes, right there. Now all this is not gonna stay chrome. I actually ordered in black, but the seller from eBay, I don't know, he just make a mistake. Anyway, there you go. I end up having to buy those Spectra non-turbo rated couplings just because the guy didn't send some. But you guys can see, if you guys step away from the truck, that thing is pretty stealthy. I'm still gonna put some brackets in the front of that intercooler, and here is the piping on this side. Yeah, it's zip tight for now, but all these pipings are gonna get painted black, and I'm gonna put some vacuum plugs in here at the end of these screws, so they're not sharp and they don't get corroded. Probably I put some electric grease before I put the plugs in here, so they stay healthy. And it comes out of this side and it goes around that side. Now that right there, well, right here, this guy right here is barely touching in there. And now when I say barely, I mean barely touching by like a millimeter or a 32nd of an inch. I run my computer from my OBD2 reader yesterday, and even when you hit in temp side constantly up a hill, uphill for let's say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, what the usual would be 200, 300 degrees of air temperature, this thing keeps 100, 150 maximum. When you come home or whenever you get to the stop, you go and check your intercooler and touch it, and you can actually feel that the intercooler is sinking all that hot air. I mean, 10 psi. 10 psi. Yeah, I have that what's called Deadsman wastegate actuator. It's called like that for a reason. And if you're running, let's say 14 psi, and this thing is shooting straight air to your intake, this thing will be efficient for a minute or two at the most, depending on your outside air temperature. But your air temperature sensor is going to raise at the high temperature and it's going to start defueling, and it's not going to allow you to keep throwing, just dumping and dumping fuel in there, because the engine wants to protect itself. Bottom line, the engine always wants to protect itself from being completely destroyed by heat. Also, because you're running all this piping and everything, you will lose PSI. So let's say you had it set up at 13 PSI. Now you're only running 10 PSI at the intake. And that is my case actually. I was running 13. That's when you're a wide open throttle, and I mean not a throttle because they don't have a throttle, but when you're wide open and you're actually like flooring it and it's full load, 100% load, that you're pulling something or you're doing something with it, and it gives me 10 psi, but that's a lot more efficient because your air is a lot colder, it's a lot more dense, and it's actually more powerful to ignite your fuel. Now, if you guys have any questions on any of this setup, one more thing, you guys have to extend your map sensor pigtail. Now, I was very blessed to have a guy from a yard sale gave me all his dad, that now his dad, rest in peace, all his dad's equipment from General Motors. His dad was an instructor and we had a connection. I drive the same car that his dad used to drive forever, and the guy just liked that, and he just gave me connectors and special equipment to shake General Motors vehicles. Also, one more thing, Make sure you always have a beautiful air filter in here. These are the AC Delcos, heavy duty filters. I have a heavy duty alternator. I don't have that stock alternator. You guys can see down there I have no vacuum pump. No vacuum pump. All this stuff in here is new just because I like to have a reliable vehicle that is not gonna break because a pulley got stuck. So brand new and upgraded alternator. If you have questions, just ask me about that and I will put another video about it. Brand new tensioner, brand new AC, brand new water pump, brand new pulleys. Both pulleys, crankshaft pulley, harmonic balancers are new. Power steering pump, power steering lines, all this stuff. This truck is pretty good. It gives me about 24 miles to the gallon on the highway. And I mean, she's no small. I mean, just look at her size. 4-door, long bed, K3500 turbo diesel with roof racks and LED bars on the top, on the back, on the front, underneath the hood. I have lights everywhere where I need it, even inside the toolbox, and it's just a big difference going anywhere you want and just having the light whenever you need it instead of running around with a flashlight because you can't see nothing. I also have some on the front. This we fabricate this one. It's not completely done. I still have to put some mesh and some steps, and I'm thinking putting a winch, but I'm also debating between finishing this bumper or taking it out and taking the chrome one and make one that is where the chrome one is and put the winch on it and then just make a bull bar and all that kind of stuff on it, build to the other bumper instead of having one attached to the actual bumper. I don't know. It's on the bucket list, so we get that thing done before someday. You guys have any questions again about the intercooler setup, just drop it in the comment, and I'm gonna be running some electric fans here with an electronic thermostat and everything, so when you're sitting in traffic these things will be rocking and running. You guys be blessed.